Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video inside of my world. Well, we're not in my world, we're in the plan world today. So I did a behind the scenes for that game a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd do another one for a new game I've come up with. And I already kind of know what the game is that I want to do. But I thought I'd do like behind the scenes showing you. So if you don't know, someone called Dave, who helps me and a few other people quite a lot with some stuff, he did a game with Chorus Fruit, where basically, let's just say, for example, I eat a Chorus Fruit. It was a 1v1 game, so let's say the colours are just, for example, red and cyan. Red and cyan are actually quite nice colours together. But let's just say, for example, it was red versus cyan. If I was on the red team and I land on a red platform, I would mark that off with carpet. And then basically it's the first person to eat the chorus fruit, land on their colour platforms and mark them all off, or mark the most off before they run out of chorus fruit wins. And it was an alright game, a bit slow, but it definitely wasn't the worst game ever, and it was quite enjoyable. So it inspired me. I got inspired by Dave to do my own version. So I kind of already know what twist I want to put on this game to make it a little bit different. I don't want it to be landing on platforms because that's already been done. So I've done these tubes, and basically my plan is it's going to be a 2v2 game. So there's going to be one person who's going to be in the arena eating the chorus fruit. The other people are going to be stuck in little towers like this. So let's say this was the cyan team's tower, and let's say this one over here was the red team's. And then there'll be one person in each team stuck in a tower. The other ones will be in the arena. The people who are eating the chorus fruit, they basically need to try and land in these little coloured tubes, which are going to have their colours in. And basically, if they land in a coloured tube of their colour, it will dunk the person in the other team's tower down by one block. And then once you've landed in all three rooms, it will dunk the person completely into lava. So that's kind of my plan that I've got. Of course, with these towers, I can make them look however I want. I think for now they look okay just like that. But yeah, so that is kind of my initial plan. So all I really need to do is just think about the balancing. Like, is it possible for me to land in these rooms? Because so far I've done quite a lot of tests and I haven't landed in them once. If I'm honest, I would have liked it if you could land on top of the platforms rather than inside of them. That was my initial plan, was for you to land on top of them. But when I was doing my tests, it looked like it wasn't going to be that easy to land on top of them. So that's why I've changed it so you land inside of the rooms instead of on top of them, which is a shame. I would have liked it if you could have gone on top. Like that. I think that would have looked really good. So far I've done a lot of tests and I haven't landed on them once. Also, I think I'm just going to go and quickly grab a border block just to put around the outside, because of course I think this game I probably would build in a pit, just because of course when I'm eating a chorus fruit I've got all of the outside I could teleport to as well. So if I do it in a pit, it means I don't have to worry about like building the walls really thick or anything. Is that how you spell border? I'm not too sure. Is that how you spell border? No? I'm so confused. Is it border block that I need to put? Why can't it just be border? Why do I need to add the block? I know it's a block. Everything's a block. There we go. So yeah, that's my initial plan. Like I said, I just want to make sure that you can definitely land in these rooms, because so far I've done a lot of tests even before recording, and so far I haven't landed in these rooms once, so I'm a little bit worried that it might not be possible. But I guess we'll take a look and we'll see just how possible it actually is. So let's just do this going like this, all the way around to here, and then yeah, then we can just basically line that up like that. So let's try eating a chorus fruit now. Let's go in as survival, and let's eat a chorus fruit. Let's see where I go. Oh, I forgot to go and give myself size because I've been testing in creative, so I forgot to give myself like a stack of chorus fruit. So let's just go and grab this chorus through, and let's see if I can land inside of these rooms. I landed on top. Oh, do you know, that's so satisfying, because that's what I wanted it to happen originally. Oh, do you know, that's really good. That means I could probably do the game the way that I wanted. Rather than you having to teleport inside of rooms, I could have it so you teleport on top. Oh, do you know, that's so good. I really wanted it to be that you could go on top, but I was so worried that that just wasn't going to happen. But the fact that I could really goes to show that now I could actually do it like that. And, oh, I didn't know you could escape borders if you had a chorus through. Can I teleport back inside? I didn't know that. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing, because borders are meant to prevent everything. There we go. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Let's see if I can land on top again. That was so satisfying when I just landed just right on top of that platform. Let's see if we can do it again. So the thing is, it doesn't look like it's a common thing to happen. Oh, it's happened again. Yes. So this means I definitely know it's possible. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and flesh this idea out a little bit, and I will cut back in once I've had a little bit of a thinking. So yep, so I'll see you all in a second. Okay, so I have been working out this idea a little bit further, and this is what I've come up with. So once again, I've just done it cyan and red. It probably won't be cyan and red. It's just these were the colours I had in my inventory. So you can kind of see this is what we did originally. I've done it with these concrete pillars with lamps and levers. I've done 3 of them of each colour. I've done the border around the outside as well. So the towers would go somewhere like this. So these would be like 3 blocks wide. So let's say that's the cyan one, and this is the red one. So these will go like on the end like this. The borders, once again, they won't be there. They're just to mark the arena size. But these big concrete towers, I've done 3 of each of them. Just because I think 3 is a nice number to get dunked, and also it means I can have them in a nice grid. These towers will go somewhere like this. I think I'm going to have the lava on show, just so you can see your teammate burn or the other person's teammate burn. I think that'll be a nice thing to happen. I've done this black square in the middle just to mark where you eat your first chorus fruit. Once you've ate the chorus fruit, you can go wherever you want, but I think that's just a nice thing just to have marking the middle. So yeah, and then basically the aim of the game is to try and land on your own coloured platforms to pull the levers. I think I'm also going to make a rule that if you land on the other person's... Oh, see, I landed on a red one. So if I was the red team, I would pull that, which would push one of the pistons out on the cyan tower to basically knock the person down by 1. I think I might make a rule where if you land on a platform of the other teams which has got a lever pulled, you can pull it back. I think I might have that as a rule, or I might not, depending on how long it takes to land on a platform. The only thing I don't know, and the only thing that I haven't thought about, is with these levers, are they going to work in like a sequence situation where they'll go 1, 2, 3? Or are they each going to be like linked to... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Or are they going to be linked to their own individual pistons? So, for example, like, would this one over, like the far left one, would that one lift the bottom one down and so on? Or are they always going to lift the top one, bottom, and middle? Also, I did have to fill in... I don't know if you just got a brief look. I did have to fill in these towers completely with concrete. Oh, there we go. So, say if I was cyan, I'd pull that lever. So, you can see it's definitely possible. I'm really happy with this idea. I think this idea is a really sweet idea. It allows me to have a lot of freedom. I think it's going to be a really good game. I just need to come up with maybe something that the people in the towers can do so they're not bored, because I don't want them getting a bit too fed up. So I'll have to have a think about what exactly I want them to do as well. But apart from that, I'm quite happy with this idea. I think it's an interesting take on a chorus fruit eating minigame. Also, I don't have my own minigame about eating chorus fruit yet, so it's quite a nice idea. I also need to think about, like, of course, the design as well as the floor. I'm just enjoying eating chorus fruit, to be honest. I'm just enjoying just, like, holding down the left trigger and just eating all this chorus fruit. But you can kind of see what I mean. It's definitely possible. It's definitely not impossible. It is. It's quite an interesting idea, and I'm very happy with the idea that I've got. So yep. So let's just keep eating the chorus through. Let's see if I can land on one more platform. I also don't know. Am I going to limit the amount of chorus fruit, or are you going to have like as much as you want? I think I might limit it. and then just say, if you both run out of chorus fruit, it's whoever's player in the tower is lower down, they lose. That might be a nice idea to do it. And then what I might do is I might say, yeah, I think... Actually, I just had an idea. I might have it so whoever's player is lower in the tower by the time both people have ate the chorus fruit, they get a point. Well, no, sorry, they don't get a point. The other person gets a point, whoever's higher up. But if you dunk the other player's person in the tower, you get a bonus point. So it's basically like 2 points up for grabs, just because there might be a round where no one gets dunked. So I think that's just a nice little bonus thing to have. I'm really happy with this idea, though. I think this idea is really workable, and it's very simple as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to flesh this out a little bit further and build like what this game's actually going to look like now that it's been designed mechanically. And then that should be the game done. Of course, I've got all the redstone and stuff to do as well, but that's really simple. All it is just linking up levers to pistons, so that'll take no time whatsoever. I'm just really enjoying just eating all this chorus fruit, to be honest. But there's definitely an idea here. There's definitely a game somewhere I could do here. And I think that this is a very interesting idea. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what I could do to make this game look cool. So somewhere around here, I'm going to build like a full-on fleshed out version of this game. And then we should, hopefully, be able to come up with a pretty cool look for the game. I don't know. I don't just want to do a big colour block. No, there we go. Finally landed on one of the platforms. So over there somewhere, I'm just going to go and build like another full-out fledged copy. It shouldn't take too long just because I kind of already know the size. I think this is a good size and a good shape. So it shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to set it today because you probably can't see. There we go. But I think this works really, really, really nicely. So now it's just about the looks. It's now that I've designed the game mechanically, I can now start coming up with what it's going to look like. Red and cyan looks nice, but also red and light blue looks quite nice. I don't know if I am going to keep it red and cyan. I think I might play around with some of the colours. I could also do black and white, maybe. No, black and white's the most boring combination ever, isn't it? I'm not doing black and white. I think I like doing the colourful ones. But I'll have a play around with the colours. I'll have a play around with the floor designs, the wall designs, all of that. I do remember this is going to be in a pit, so it is going to be a little bit lower down, which I think is going to make the game look good. Just because all of my games have big walls, well, most of them, so it just look cool. I also need to think about the redstone because I can't have too many gaps in these towers because otherwise you'll teleport into them. So I do need to think about the redstone situation too. I could just do pistons with redstone blocks, I guess, is the simple way of doing that. But somewhere over here, I'm going to go and full on build a fledged design. I know I've said it 3 times, but that's because I keep waffling and keep finding things to say. But I do think this is going to be a very interesting idea, and I am looking forward to playing this game properly. Of course, though, in order to play the game, we need to design it. So that's what I'm going to do now, so I will see you all in a second. Okay, so I think I have finished designing my Chorus Fruit minigame. I'm really happy with how this game looks. I think this game looks awesome. And I know I built it, so I would, but I do think it looks good. I did it all raised up, so that was my original plan. This is kind of what I kept. I kept the game cyan versus red, and I know that I probably shouldn't have, and I probably should have done other colours. But this is just what it looked like, and I'm really happy with how this looks. You can see this is underground, so all of that space would be filled in. I've done lava on the floor, just because I wanted the game lit up, so I thought lava would look good. Also, there's lava in those towers where you get dunked, so I thought it would make sense to kind of fit it in. And then I've done glass on top, just because I think it looks quite nice. The lava will match the lava in the towers. And then the glass, I think, just looks really nice. I've done this whole path, so the game's raised up, and then it goes down like this, lower. And I think that looks really, really, really good. And I'm really happy with how that looks. These are what the towers look like. There's just a button with a door so you can get in. That would be a platform. See, I've done all these platforms the same. I kept the game cyan versus red just because I got attached to it. And this is the problem. I probably should have played around with other colours first. But I just stuck to them because I like them. Also, I don't have many cyan versus red games, so it's not too bad. I did the game sloping here. towards the top, and there's two reasons. One, it just creates an interesting shape, but the second reason why is oh wait, I haven't done the redstone for this side, it's this side I want to go on, is because of well, exactly for the redstone. So for this side I've got room to do redstone just behind that piston, but for the ones lower down, I basically don't have enough room. So basically, what I've had to do is do the game a little bit sloped, so I can have room underground to link up these other pistons. And I just thought doing it as a slope was just an interesting idea. So let me just kind of show you where this other piston goes. Actually, I won't worry. Do I show you? Yeah, I'll show you. Why not? It's very simple. So this is where the other piston is. So you can imagine this would go out to the redstone here. It just basically just gives me more room. And I think that just looks really cool. I can break this door for now. I will. There's not going to be a way to get out, because of course you go in. This is just what it looks like. You can see I really played around with the colours. I do like the black with the cyan and the red. And then this is what the entranceways look like. The way of how you get out is with these doorways here. The reason why the iron door's there is basically because I don't want you in the game to be able to escape and then run up to the top and then jump on these platforms to pull the levers. So at the end of the game, those doors will open to basically let everyone out. But during the game, they will be shut. So I think I'll just do a tripwire hook. So when someone gets dunked, yeah, it basically will open that up. Chorus fruit in these barrels. Oh yeah, I came up with a name. So I think the game. So I've come up with Pop, just because, of course, when you eat the chorus fruit, you're kind of popping around. And also, I think just doing like a pop sound is just quite funny. So I'm really happy with that name for the game. So the game will probably end up being called Pop. Of course, oh, this is one game. Of course, in the title of the video, you can see what I actually decided to call the game. But I'm 99% sure it'll probably be called Pop, unless a better name comes up. Also, it's a silly name, so I'll probably remember it. And I just like the silly names. I think that they look good. I think this game's going to look really good when you're walking past it, because you can just look down into the arena. I'm really proud of the design. I think I'm really happy with how this game looks, because it's not a big block, and I'm really proud of that. I do just think this is probably going to be one of my better looking games. But that is pretty much the entire minigame done. This was definitely much better behind the scenes. Like, I started off with my very simple ideas down there, and then I worked my way to this. And because I already knew what kind of game I wanted to do, that made things a lot easier. So, yeah, it definitely made a much better experience being able to just go and design the minigame straight up, rather than trying to come up with the idea, which is sometimes the case, but it takes a lot longer when you have to come up with the idea. But I'm definitely very happy with this game, and I am very much looking forward to building it in my world. And you will all see it. It won't be the next game I'll build; it will be the game after. So, yeah, I hope that you will all enjoy watching us play what will probably be called my Pop mini game. So yeah, so I hope that you have all enjoyed this behind the scenes. It's been very simple, just like the last one. I already knew what I wanted to do. And I'm really happy with what I've come up with. So yeah, if you would like to see me do all of this, of course I need to do the redstone. I think I'm going to do the redstone off camera, just because it'll probably take a bit of time, and also it'll give you a bit of a surprise for when I actually go to do this in my world. So if you want to see the redstone, you will have to wait, just because I'm going to be mean and make you wait, just because I don't want to show you everything. So I'll show you some little bits, just to keep you just give you an idea as to what I'm doing, but you won't know everything, and I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I'm really happy with this minigame. I hope that you do all enjoy it, and I will see you all in my next video.